Appreciate the opportunity. I'm going to be relatively brief. I know a lot of you have had a chance to speak with you. I've been coming here since mid-September, looking for a job. Once I got the basics all put away, the resume straightened out, and the elevator pitch written and all that stuff, I started working on some projects. Started trying to figure out what I want to do next, maybe other than a W-2 job. Started doing some other things. The HiringSurvey.com is a project that I'm running. When I got here and started learning about what are we supposed to do to get a job, I came up with some things that kind of struck me funny. And I thought, I hear that statistics thrown out, but where did that come from? And I'm kind of a data guy, and so I'm doing some research, running a little research project that I'm talking to you today because I need your help with. But hopefully this is going to be a two-way street. As I'm able to gather some good information, I'll be able to pass that back to you and help you with your job search. It's a research project I've gotten. It's the Hiring Survey. It's a survey project. There's actually 5 different surveys. There's one for hiring managers. There's one for job seekers. There's one for people who've been hired in the last 9 months. So people who have recently succeeded at that, what we're trying to do right now. There's one for people who have been in their jobs for at least 9 months, people who've managed to hold on to their jobs, didn't get laid off, that sort of thing. There's also a survey for more stay-at-home people, students, retirees, stay-at-home moms. The important part of the fact there's all these different surveys is that you don't have to filter who this goes to, right? There's a survey for everybody. It's not just marketing fluff. There really is specific detailed information that I'm looking for from each of these different groups that will help us understand and analyze what's going on within the group of job seekers. So when we're talking about this really is a project that everyone can participate in. I'll present my results here so that I'm actually able to benefit you guys as you're looking for jobs. I've actually shared this a week and a half ago, started with my own personal network, my own friends and family and coworkers. I've already had 100 survey responses. 24 of those survey responses have been hiring managers. I've already been able to glean some data. 24 responses is still anecdote, not really data. But I've already started to be able to glean some trends and some information from what I'm seeing there. Hopefully, because of what I want to do, the way I want to run the survey, I really need about 1 million surveys. There's no way I can do that from my network. That's where I need your help. There's a lot of questions that I'm asking, a lot of different topics that I'm searching for. I've actually got 20 different theories that I have specific sets of questions across the different surveys that I'm testing for. I can't tell you about all of my theories at this point because that would skew the results. If I start telling you, I think this is happening, I think that's happening, that's going to affect the way that you take the survey, and I'm going to need you to go take the survey. So I'm not telling you the theories yet, at least until after you've taken the survey. Most of these theories are my own. Actually, a couple of them come from Craig. Met with Dennis Welch the other day, and he had a theory that was something that I hadn't even thought of, and so he contributed, and so I'm testing a theory for him as well within that group of 20 theories. There's some kind of some ideas about what I'm looking for, up on the board. Those are some rough ideas. There's a teaser I can give you. 100 surveys filled out so far, 24 hiring managers. Not a single one of them has software in place to do the first level sort of the resumes that come in. For all 24 of those hiring managers, they have a human being reading every one of the resumes that comes in, doing the initial sort of which ones are even we going to look at and which ones are obviously not qualified. And in almost all of those cases, that person's not in HR. It's either the hiring manager himself or herself or someone who works for them in their department. That's a surprising result. That people tell us a lot about. You've got to write resumes for the software to be able to parse your resume, and I was expecting to see that. Again, this is still just an anecdote. When I have 10,000 survey responses from hiring managers, then we can start to call it data. We can start to say, okay, across the board, these guys are not using the software the way we thought we were supposed to be ready for them to use. I'm breaking it down, as you see in the last point, breaking it down by industry, by department, breaking the data down by geography, so that I'll be able to come back to you and tell you, okay, if you're a software guy, you have to write for software to parse the resume, but if you're an HR person, don't worry about it because they're not using software. If you're in marketing, don't worry about it. If you're in sales, don't worry about it. I'll be able to break down by group, by company size, all of those different metrics, so that we can give you good, detailed, specific information to help you laser focus. If you know your target, I can give you, hopefully, when the survey is done, give you those details to help you figure out exactly what you need to do to get in front of and to get the lead in those open positions. I'm going to put a post up on the LinkedIn group to the survey so everybody can get there. It's really simple, thehiringsurvey.com. I need you to take the surveys. That's the first thing. Please log in and look down. It's a very simple page. You'll see, I'm looking for a job. Click that. Take that survey. Then share the surveys with your network. You're supposed to have a network of your friends and family that you're reaching out to. You're keeping them posted on your job search and what you're doing and where you're going and what you're looking for and companies you're interested in. You're supposed to be reaching out to them on a regular basis. The next time you reach out to them, please include this information to say, hey, I took this survey. Would you please take the survey as well and help us, help this, this crazy guy in my job club who's trying to research this information, who's going to give us all some detailed information. All the job books have this general information that somebody pulled out of thin air, and we don't know where this data really came from. We're going to get some specific detailed information based upon some real scientific research. Please help us with that. After you take the survey, there's a link. The last page of the survey says, go back to the hiring survey webpage to see ways that you can share. You can share on LinkedIn, you can share on Facebook, you can share by email, you can share by Twitter. I've got that stuff nailed down for you so that it's real easy to be able to go through there and share the survey out with your network. This is really the first step of my marketing plan to try and get this out there, but I need this to succeed among you folks. I need you guys to support me in this and to help me do this so that I can start to gather the massive information that I need in order to provide the data that I'm looking to provide back to you. So that's all I've got. I appreciate your time. If anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to talk to you. There's your little clicker back.
Thank you.
And I appreciate everybody's time.
Thank you, Reedy.